There's a Mission Impossible series coming in development for Paramount Plus, and Tom Cruise will be the producer. Now, he's been fighting this for a long time. He's been fighting doing Paramount Plus streaming stuff. They've come to him before with the Mission Impossible one. They've come to him with Days of Thunder, and he said no. But apparently now he's finally saying, okay, let's try out a series. I'll produce it. He's not saying if he's going to be a part of it yet. He's not saying if he's going to be like actually Ethan Hunt again, or if it'll be like a whole new person, a reboot. It's very early development, but we know Mission Impossible started on TV. Started back in 1970 or 1966,
Fun
actually.
fact, because I didn't know that.
1966.
Yeah,
it had one season on CBS, and then after the first season, they replaced their main person, and they brought in Peter Graves to be James Phelps, but not even like the Ethan Hawke character wasn't there. They did a bunch of seasons, got canceled, came back for 2 more seasons in the 80s. So it was a big, big show. And then it became a movie with Tom Cruise jumping around and jumping off buildings and hanging off planes and, shooting off a cliff on a helicopter and, everything you can think of, because Tom Cruise is a crazy guy. I mean, I love him. He's a great guy, but he's also just, he's a wild card, But Mission Impossible is coming out for a series on Paramount Plus. I just want to have a brief thing we talk about this because I thought it was very interesting. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I like Tom Cruise. Like I've said before many times, as I've worked with him before, he's a really cool guy. Very strict on people, maybe like Lizzo is. I don't know. But like he's very adamant about like how he needs to like have a certain performance. And it's all about like getting the best product and go and have the best thing out there. And he's just a perfectionist. And a lot of people are in the arts. They're perfectionists, It's a good thing and a bad thing, but, I feel like it's a bad thing for me sometimes because I am too, but it is what it is. But yeah, Mission Impossible, the series. What do you think about it? Oma, what do you think? Have you ever watched these? Have you watched these at all, the Tom Cruise movies at all, any of them?
I have watched them. I like them a lot. I don't know about turning it into a series. Yeah, I'm always very weary of stuff like that. There's been very few. I'm trying to even think of one that wasn't moving somebody turned into a series and that I really liked. I usually never like them.
They don't pan out, right? It's a good idea, but overall, I mean, I don't know. I would hope it to be good, but then again, he probably won't be involved. Really, he'll probably just be producing it, name only. And it'll be some young person, maybe it'll be good. Maybe they'll do a whole different reboot of it and make it completely different too. And that's always kind of how it goes with these shows. Or maybe they can tie into the movies somehow. But yeah, I know. I know your reluctance. I can feel your reluctance. I totally get that. Lexi, how about you? You about this? You think that Tom Cruise can be producing a Mission Impossible or what?
I just want to say real quick to Sabrina, I know she stepped out, but that Mission Impossible was part of that 90s boom where we were making all those 70s TV show reboots into films. So that's where Mission Impossible came from, was that let's make a bunch of 70s TV films. It's also where you got like the Mod Squad and all that shit too. So that was not a good time. Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of that. Like there's a lot of misses in that time period. But Mission Impossible was one of the ones that was a success out of it all. So he was super happy to get a franchise out of it. TV series, I don't know. I mean, they've been doing a good job of like taking TV series, like movies, and making TV series out of them at this juncture. But I'm just so fucking sick of him and his Mission Impossible stuff. None of it's good. It's not good. It's okay. It's okay. Like
it's a good time.
It's mediocre product at best. I wouldn't call any of it like exceptional or really good. Like the first film's great. The first film's really good. The second film's absolute shit. The John Woo one, it
was not good.
And then the third one's not bad, pretty good. It gets better from there. And then the fourth one, I'm just like, from there on out, I'm like, after that, I stopped watching because I'm like, I just can't keep doing these. I was like, I don't know how to keep getting them.
But you watch all of the Fast and the Furious
because those are good. Those are good movies. Those are exceptional films. It always gets better when you go to space. Hellraiser got better when you went to space.
Tom Cruise going to space.
Jason got better when he went to space. It's always better when you go to space.
No, I didn't know. I had no. Brian was like, "Oh, it's a TV." I was like, "It was a TV series." I felt very stupid. I'm not a huge Mission Impossible person either, Lexi. I'm just breaking your balls about the Torettos. You know how I roll with the Fast and Furious situation.
But like, it is one of those things. Like, the action sequences are all very good in those Mission Impossible films, but like the story is just bland as shit. Like all the story in between is like they're dry and boring, and like I don't really like care about anything that goes on in between like what's going on in them. So I know there's like a ongoing story, there's some kind of spy series, like, but they're not interesting enough. Like they're not James Bond interesting. Like they're not.
I didn't see this new one,
good.
but I heard it was really good. Like everyone at my at work at my job saw it. Everyone thought it was really, really, really good.
I feel like those movies genuinely are Scientology paying for Tom Cruise to go out and have some fun.
Oh, that's a cool shot.
Like that's what those movies are. Those are just like Tommy wants to go play. Let's go pay for another one of his little trips.
Well, guess what? He's gonna do the first movie on the space station, so you should be really excited for it.
He's going to ISS.
Really cool. That's also sad though.
He's monumental gonna get better in space.
And like I said, he's a very nice person in real life. He's really cool, and he's just very dedicated, and he's very, passionate about what he does, and he makes great. I mean, I still like all these Mission Impossible movies. Not $1 million. That's a lot.
Not for Tom Cruise. It's not. He wipes his ass with $1 million
easily
on a daily. He's
easily. Yeah, but
totally fine.
I think it could be. I mean, it could be fun. It could be bad. But Mission Impossible's coming as a series, everybody.